Hello, everybody. Oh, it's Jay. It's Jay. He's working on a project. Yeah, we're gonna be working on obviously Godot. What other engine would I use? No other engine. Alright. And then I gotta go to here. Cool. And Project Kill Toy is what we're working on. Not working on my kiddo's game today. Oops. I think that's it. Howdy and Noel. Oh no? It literally says that my microphone is working. I did a triple check. Huh. Me. No, it says the levels are working. Liar. I was like, what the fuck? I double checked it. Hey, and Noel, hey, username, that's good. Good to see you guys. So the test went well. And the reason I say it went well, although I failed, is because I failed. I did the math of it. I can't like show the paperwork because you sign an agreement that you're not gonna tell about the test. But I signed, or I got the paperwork. I got the feedback on what I got wrong and the total score, and I was off by one question, which means I just made a silly mistake. Somewhere along the way, I made a silly mistake. So yes, I did fail, which sucks. But the way I see it is like it got lucky. It got a cheap hit in, right? I screwed up by only a little bit, so it's like it's whatever. I'm just gonna study for the next 2 weeks and then take it again because I barely failed. So first saw your mouth and didn't hear you anything. Yeah, I mean, it was a bummer at first, right? It was a bummer at first, but then I had I've been reading As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, as well as Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. And in Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, it says that when, I'm not gonna be as poetic as Marcus Aurelius, but he says that to put your failures plainly, do not let this appear like more than it is. So I did the math of it, and then of course initially I failed, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I studied so hard, how did I fail? And then I did the math of it, and I was like, oh, I was off by like one question. It's not a big deal. I barely failed, so I was a bummer at first, but in all actuality, it's not a big deal. And now I can talk about it from a perspective of somebody that did not pass the first time and what I wish I would have done and blah, 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 blah. One question make you fail. It's not a question per se, and they don't give you the exacts. I don't know why. I don't know why CompTIA is very ambiguous about their testing protocols, but they don't tell you exactly what you got wrong. They tell you the area in which you got wrong, which primarily was, and I know it was domain 4. I think that's security architecture. I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure I'm right on that. Security 4, or domain 4 rather. Domain 4 is security operations. So I got I got a couple of them wrong, but the only one that like really mattered of where I got a couple wrong is in security operations. So I just have to restudy that. They didn't tell me the exact question, but it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna retake it again. I refuse to let this be a bad thing. It got a lucky hit. The test barely beat me. The little bitch who got fucking lucky. Like, and I'm gonna 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna challenge that test again, nail it, and then move on, and go into Python and automation and scanning servers and all this other security stuff that it will be more exciting once I get this first essentially security clearance to be able to work on more stuff with the consulting company I work for and others. Drya, get out of here. Why are you being rude to your baby boy? I'm being rude because I walked him 5 times today. And so many times he didn't do anything. He didn't pee, he didn't poop, and he kept fussing to me like he needed to go out. The lies. So that was annoying. Anyway, here we are. And where are we? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's all he wants to do is walk, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Inherently alert. Error while saving. Why? I don't like that. I don't like that. Let me close this out. Immediately, if you're already having a problem saving when I barely did anything, I don't like that. Yeah, it could be fine that he just wants to walk, but like, dude, I have, you know, once I failed the test, I had to go back into work, and then in between work, I would study. Unauthorized changes blocked. Controller folder accessible. Why? Oh my god. I don't know why it's seeing Godot as a threat all of a sudden since I upgraded to Windows 11. Like, no, it's a threat! And I'm like, no, it's not. It's really not. Let me make sure that I can save. Okay, good. Being super weird. Had an issue with that on my work computer the other day. It kept a known app from accessing files in my document folder. Yeah. So I just read through it really quick to make sure that it wasn't like telling me like I forgot, learning it through Security Plus. There's certain hacks that can pose as certain programs. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm totally part of Godot, or I'm totally a part of your normal Windows process. And I'm like, are you? So I just needed to vet that and then allowed it. So I should be good. And I have to hop on a call with you eventually and Null to set up version control appropriately, because every time I do it, the last time I did it, let me see. GitHub. Oh, I was like, is this my thing? No. I'm groaning at my own my own security of multi-factor authentication for GitHub. Like, it's like, you literally set this up. Don't be one of those users. 6. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. Last time I tried to set it up last month, but yeah, nothing's in here. Because I don't think, yeah, nothing's in here and nothing's in that. So A, I have to remove these. And then B, I'll do that. I have to remove these. Some of these I can keep, but I have to remove these two, and then add the server scanner that I'm working on, and then the Godot project. So a lot of BS. I was a child when I took this picture. I don't know, maybe 22. Given that watch, I'm pretty sure I was like 22, 21. Kid. Why would I wear? Do you happen to know of a program called Remote Desktop Manager? Yeah, that's something that one of the companies that my consulting group works for uses Remote Desktop Manager. That's how we're able to access some applications. Some applications you need to, VPN in. We aren't allowed access otherwise. I keep a vault. That vault is really just an XML file, Excel file. I keep it in my document folder so it syncs between computers. Oh, interesting. Um, uh, well, it suddenly, after this Windows security update, couldn't write the change to the vault. It was an update Windows ransomware protection. Gotcha. I can see why, not fully, but I can see why a patch would have made it where like that segmentation that you did of like, oh, here's a perfectly safe environment that boop, save it over, and then this, close the chest would be a vulnerability. It does suck, and I don't know how you would work around that, but you're more technical than I am, so I'm sure you like found a way around it like in 2 seconds. You're like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm just gonna boop 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 and then solved it. How did you solve it? Because I know you solved it. Okay, so where are we here? Right. Still having a seizure every time I start this up. So is it? I mean, he's not going through the oh, he is still going through the floor. So maybe if I could resolve. Where's what? I thought I had a reset button. Did I not? Why not? Oh, I turned it off. Wait, if I turned it off, how was I able to do that before? Hold on. Where is this code? Don't know where the code is that does this then, if I commented it out. I'm pretty sure I know how to resolve that one, so we'll figure that out. Yeah, I moved it out of my documents folder. There was a lot of folders that are synced by OneDrive, what a company uses. Yeah, I mean, typical in a Windows environment. But Windows ransomware protection only seems locked down on your document folder and desktop, and that's something that somebody's gonna exploit. Like they pass, and that's that's a forever game of cybersecurity, because like again, literally you found a way around it. So a hacker who means, or I guess black hat or whatever, like however you want to call it, somebody that does it for quote unquote ill means, is gonna figure out like, oh, they just blocked it on desktop. I'll just pull this data over or save this data over or run this command not on the document folder but on a different folder. But maybe there's a different protection for that. I don't know. Odd that it's still that odds are it was fixed a week or two later, but I didn't wait that long. Kudos to you. Again, I love you. The quickness in which you're able to work is really admirable. I really love it. I have the character and I have because I have it on here. Gotcha. Okay, so that's why I commented it out. So I'm gonna actually remove this, because that means that the bone simulation is segmented only on the physical bone simulation 3D. So that is good. That's a good thing. We have it separated. Okay. So one thing, as we see, is that it keeps having an absolute meltdown. Let me go into that code. Yep. It keeps having an absolute meltdown when we... Let me make sure I'm right on this. Yeah, it starts to weird out, and I think why it starts to like... is because it's clipping. It's clipping the ground when it shouldn't. So I tried to resolve this last stream, but I don't know what exactly is doing it. So what I'm going to try to do is a workaround. This obviously has a position in space. I'm just going to make sure that that position cannot exceed the ground. Even if gravity's trying to pull it through, which I don't know why it's able to do that, but I'm guessing the physics for the bones is working at a not a higher rate, but maybe a higher priority than the ground. That's my supposition. I don't know. So I'm gonna prevent that so it cannot go beyond the ground. That reminds me, I sent you a new copy of my Astro. Oh, I didn't even see that. I'm really bad with checking Discord. I'm really bad with checking Discord when I'm not streaming. I really gotta get better at that because I have friends. I mean, it's not obviously a username, but like friends aside from you guys, and I just do not respond. God, you sent me 4 messages. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. And you sent me a message that you hope the test went well. God damn it. I'm an asshole. I gotta get better at checking this. But okay, yeah, I'll did a quality of life. Oh, cool. Dude, cool. Okay, maybe I'll play this at the end of stream. This I love so Endo did some quality of life things that sound really cool. And that's not gonna full screen. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play this at the end of stream because I think it would be really cool to see what you got. Yeah, I don't know what that is, and I honestly, at the risk of sounding old, I'm gonna be like, I think it's our generation's fault. I don't know. I find that people older than me are better at it than I am, and I think it's just I don't know. I think it was just so easy to text and ignore. Like that was just such a cultural norm that it wasn't. There was no negative repercussions for it, and your brain needs some uncomfortability to change. So I never adapted I have not yet adapted the social decorum to be like, oh, let me follow up, let me check my messages, let me make sure all that stuff. So, what, bitch? Why are you doing this? Fine. Jiraiya, I walked you 5 times. Knock it off. What are you reading as? Maybe I'm odd on that, but it started using I had to look up what IRC is, which is Internet Relay Chat. Did not. Real-time text-based communication over the internet. Jesus. 1988. Again, something I take as a given. But that's the cool thing about learning about programming and game development and cybersecurity is like all these revolutionary technologies are very recent. 1988 is crazy. It feels long ago. I guess it is long ago. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Oh, you already said it. Yeah, internet relation. I had to look it up. I did add a playable game to my itch.io account. Awesome. Congratulations, a username that's good. That's fucking awesome. But I'm still trying to add some story to it. That's fine. That's fine. You got it up there. Let me... Now I got 2 games to play, hopefully at the end of chat. I think I follow you on itch, but let me... Oh, I got a new download out of nowhere. Who would download? I just read this in the browser. I don't know. Following you. I accidentally went to the top games on itch.io and I can't show the page. I can't. The top, there's 3 top games, and one is a visual novel that's sexy. Another is a visual novel that's sexy. Oh, they're all visual novels that are sexy. Oh wow, I mean that's more than a visual novel. That looks like a sex simulation. Anyway, Jesus. I had quit pornography like a while ago, but like all the time it's like pornography just follows you, and I'm like, God damn it, man, get away from me! Oh my God, more porn! Like what the? Or more pornographic games. All right, yeah, a username that's good. Just send the link because popular top sell. I don't know if they're top sellers. Let me pull this back up. I wish I could cover this and show you, but I don't think there's any way for me to do that. They are the top games as far as popularity in itch.io. If you go to itch.io, top games and popular, the top 10, 3, 4 of them, 5 of them are sex games, which makes sense. 6 of them are sex games. One's called World of Sisters, you know, depravity, Between Humanity, Unleashed, with a guy being super sexy holding a leash, and Confined and Horny. So I can't show any of that. Don't show it. Don't do it. So popular. I'm trying to find it. I promise you it will not take you long. You go to itch.io, browse page, top games, popular. I wish I knew how popular, like how many people are playing these games, but I don't want to accidentally get porn. All right, where are we? The ground. Did I say the ground? Not. Do I have to do this on onReady variable? onReady variable. How am I able to reference? What? Cannot find member Y in transform 3D. What do you mean? Oh, maybe it's not transform. Maybe it's 17. Okay. Maybe it's. What is it? It is trans. Oh, do I have to say global position Y? I do. I don't know why you're not saying let me say the same thing, but Oh, perfect, perfect. Let me grab a username. That's good. Game. That's awesome, man. I'm so happy you're continuing to work on it, experiment, and that you're focusing on story as well, and adding more of that. That's awesome. Where the fuck is this chat? I guess. I don't know why it was like hidden from. Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. Version 4. Yeah, it's a lot of adult games. I didn't realize how sexy Itch.io is and how good those games are. And to each his own, 100%. When I was young, probably I say young, but I was probably a username that's good age. Um, Newgrounds had a bunch of sexy games that I played. So to each his own. I get it. In those formative horny years, I get it. I get it, dude. No shame. No shame in that game. Literally. But, okay, bitch. What? Who's no? You're not no. You're no? Why are you no? How? Do I need to call ground? How are you no? You exist. You exist. Why are you no? I don't understand that. I can't wait to learn a non-print way to debug and null. I know I just have to figure it out and schedule it with you, but dude, this is the only way I know how to do it. I'm like, I can't wait to figure out another way because that's how I've been doing it for years. Even in enterprise with my job, same way. I debug via print statements. Lot of horny gamers. I get it. Oh boy, I get it. Probably when I was younger, I probably thought I was gonna make one of those games. But I'm not above it, but I have no desire to do it. No desire to make a sexy game. Maybe if I was like, what am I? 9. So maybe if I was like 8 years younger. Then again, I was in a relationship at the time, so I probably wouldn't have done that. Again, it's the main option with Python and JavaScript. I think there are some other IDEs for Python that have better debugging, but not the normal tools for Python org. For the Python org. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm learning. But yeah, I can't wait to do more with this. This is still no. Why is ground null? Alright, hold on. Let's just X-ray this for the time being. Let me just see the print statement. At runtime, what is the register? No. Why is it saying the ground doesn't exist? I don't understand. It's at runtime. What am I missing? Node not found. God. Relative path to... Why is this related to the skeleton? Shouldn't be. No, it's not. Literally not. Oh, relative to. I was on this. Node skeleton 3D not found as well. No. Also, actually, I don't even need it in this function. We're good here. Get out of here. No pointer error. Yeah, I don't know why it's registering as null though. because it's literally, hold on, I hate saying literally. It's a plague of our generation to talk like that. Really, we have lost the finesse of language, originally. But it's an on-ready variable, meaning the moment the scene loads, load in this variable first and foremost. It's literally the second line in the third line in the script. And then, at ready, tell me what the ground is. And it's literally saying, it is saying that ground is not there. How? Why is it ground not there? What about ground is making it not selectable? There's not even like loading it in at runtime. It's on there. Why would that be? Object null. Why? It was so funny that I was in the sauna after my workout today, and I literally thought like, oh, again, I said literally, so I'm gonna work on it. I thought to myself, oh, it's so simple. Rather than continuing to fight the ragdoll mechanic, let me just work with it. If it was trying to clip through the ground, let's just make it impossible for the literal values of the body to go below the ground. Makes perfect sense. Easy peasy. And of course, as always, with all things programming, there's some weird error that I'm not understanding yet. Okay, so I literally can't do it unless it's on ready. Yeah, I literally have to be on ready. Okay, sure. But what about this is... You... No, you're not. Yeah, no. Not it. That code is in the character body. Yeah, it's in... Well, not in the character body. The code for here, or for this, is in the I guess the parent that holds the parent that holds all the body parts. That's where the code is. I mean, maybe that's part of the issue. Maybe if I just take it out of the physics because it's a child. Maybe if I get it out of the child and put it on a higher thing and say now, would it be physics that I'm using? Yeah, I guess it is physics. Take this whole thing. Oops. Out of here. Here. Round. This is a basic test. Oops. I know my method of dealing with that, but it would require some setup. Go on. I mean, I'm relatively early in the project, so luckily isn't much to... Oh, no, this is right. Oh, it's damn it, I didn't check it. Just check it, it's gonna error out. And I'm guessing it's gonna say ground is null. Yep, same thing. Why would that be? How curious. If I choose to be curious over frustrated, I'll solve it quicker. I have to use an on-ready variable. Since I'm not going to necessarily fight that. What if I use actually an export variable? Then I'm not going to be able to reference certain things. Then I'm not going to be able to reference certain things. Maybe that won't matter. a static body? Gotta be null now, you bitch. What? How are you going through? How? What? No! Look at those stupid little legs. Oh wait, did I... Ground is a static body. The ID number of it, so it is calling it out. Maybe something's going on here. Ground dot. Oh, because it's not gonna let me because it's not know what it is yet. But it should still register it as a static body, so it should be able to. I tend to set up a singleton called globals, because they're global variables. Because it's a singleton, it's accessible by everything, right? In that, I create a variable called ground node, or something like that. I then attach a script to the ground. In that script, I'd have a ready function. Yeah, I might as well give it a shot because I just don't understand. Hold on, let me check this. Maybe it's. Okay. Register is the. Hold on, can you guys see that? Let me. Is registering the static body, and specifically the static body that we attach to it because it has the ID number. Run it again, I say. Maybe there's something wrong with the model. Look at him. Look at him freaking out. Maybe there's something wrong with the model itself. And you know what? Maybe I shouldn't also reference self. Maybe I should literally say. Maybe I should say. If this doesn't work, then we'll go with the singleton route. Ground is null. No, ground has a value, so who's null? I'm sorry, who's null here? You're identified. You're identified. Who? I'm so confused. Alright. I know nothing about 3D modeling. Yeah, nor do I. Again, this is the fun of it. I don't know what you mean. It looks perfect. Yes. You know what? Hold on. Oh shit. I can't even do the joke. Hold on. Let me comment this out. I'm ready to ship. This is it. This is the game, guys. It's called Squiggly Man Go Through the Ground. You know, actually, let me turn on the world here for a second. Perfect. Perfect. He kicked the ball. Whoa! The spasming off screen is crazy. Wiggleman falls by ball. It runs, ship it. Yeah, I'm AAA. I'm a AAA developer now. It runs, so I'm gonna ship it, regardless of the state. Who gives a fuck about quality? Our investors need their money now. Look at it. Look at him. Don't you want to squiggle through the floor like this guy? Oh, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Is the collision shape clipping through the floor? Looks normal for a Bethesda game, to be fair. And I love Bethesda games, or I love most Bethesda games. I won't say a blanket statement that all of them are good. Not all of them are good. I love them in general. Is the collision shape clipping through the ground? Well, it gotta be, because it is registering collision, right? Because if it didn't, right, it would, like, for example, if it didn't, if I just if I turned off the collision for the ground, for example, let's do that for example. Let's just turn that collision off. Is this it? The remove? I think it's no. I thought. Didn't I have make static before? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally solve it, and I kept it pushing. So if I turn off the collision for, first of all, you should be locked on. Where are you, collision? Don't you have your own collision shape, or is this the collision shape? Hold on. This is always worth a shot. Whenever I'm stuck, I will give what you guys say a thorough. There we go. There it is. All right. So let me disable this. Right, because if it's disabled the ground, right, ball goes right through. The player is as they are. No physics, nothing has happened yet because I relegated all of the physics to happen, to happen once I started the ragdoll simulation. So I click it, falls right through. I don't think it's that. Collision on. Obviously, ball does not fall right through. Hold on. Actually, let me make sure that the player is also touching the ground to begin with. Make sure that's true. Snap to the floor. Damn you, Wiggle Man. I hate to see an error, but I love the way it shakes. That was a stupid joke. I'm sorry. All right. So, Occam's razor. The simplest explanation to this is exactly as a username that's good said. Collision. There's just something off with the collision. The way it falls is fine, but the way that it's interacting with the floor's collision is causing all of this weirdness. For it to fall wonky is fine, but for it to spaz out is not. It should just fall. Let me work in reverse, actually. Let me, for the time being, we're gonna come back to it, but for the time being, I'm gonna work on a different problem, and that different problem is gonna be the movement of the character. Just to keep it pushing. I don't wanna, be stuck on one problem and we make no progress. Oh, I already have it. var direction is left and right. The velocity .x is equal to direction .speed. We already set the speed. Okay, so that's good. times delta. Why did I comment that? No, I count that. Times delta. If you're on the floor, if you're not on the floor, then we enact velocity, or in if on floor. Yeah. If no, that's right. If we're on the floor, then we feel gravity. Well, it shouldn't be is on floor, right? We shouldn't make that dependent on if you're on the ground. Or if you're not on the ground. Duh. If you're not on the ground, and it's false, then apply gravity. Okay, I don't see a problem with that. Yeah, again, this is new, especially with Godot. What are we on? 4.4. Which I'm super excited to utilize what they have as the Jolt physics engine being like essentially the default thing, which again is so funny that Godot was like, hey, you don't even need to add it as a plugin anymore. It literally, if you go into the, I hate using literally, physics. If we go into the physics, it is a default option in physics now, not a add-on. It is just something that is in there. I have the extension, but that was just because I didn't read the documentation. But yeah, there's a default thing that is in there because they were like, hey, obviously we haven't been doing gravity well, but what matters, gravity well, that's a game. What matters is that the community set up a pretty good physics engine, so why fight that and just make that essentially the default for people. It is not the default, but it should be. Okay. Yeah. It's like you said, it's a good demo to begin with. So we'll work on the movement. I thought I had everything in there. Direction. The right movement. Okay. Okay. So I'm right. Yeah. Let's give it a shot. No movement. Okay. Why that is. But we're in 3D, so I don't know a whole lot about nothing. So let me figure that out. First and foremost, let me make sure the input I'm using, A and D, also left and right, so that's not an issue. One more test drive. Nope. Okay. Jolt is an open source physics engine system, was made for Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh! Did not know that. That's so cool. That's great. And kudos to, I guess, is it Sony Santa Monica? The Sony team for not making that proprietary on some bullshit like the Nemesis system from Shadow of Mordor. Which awesome when devs do things like that. Yeah, I mean, I think open source is one of the like kindest and most community-driven things that any developer can do. Is to say, I created this and it's for everybody now. And I don't care who uses it. I don't care how you use it. I don't care how you modify it. I just want you to use it, and you can edit it to your heart's content. And I love that. It's just a good for the universe, a good for everybody. No profit, no capitalism, no self-promotion in it. It's just we made a good thing, and it's gonna help you guys make better projects. And I love that. I truly love that. Don't fixes, yeah. Let me see if there was anything. I don't think there's anything that directly affects movement here. Ooh. Maybe I should. Oh, they're just demoing it. Because I was like, oh, maybe I should see how they're doing it. I don't know what's different about their ground or their models where they did not clip, they just fell perfectly fine. Just general information. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I didn't think so. Okay, so that means Godot documentation. Newest version. For character body 3D, I think. Kinetic body. No. They should have a demo, which I'm just gonna take their code. Oh, this is not a good demo for this. Move and collide. Wait, did I skip it? The physics process is checking if multiplayer server is enabled? Alright, or maybe I didn't read that correctly. Be pretty simple. Get out of here. Move and move and slide is here. The velocity X horizontal. Oh, okay, because 3D, because you gotta factor in for, right? Figure out the fundamentals of that, huh? Yeah, it is odd. Why would they have it in the physics function? I don't understand. Move and slide. Okay. This may be more complicated than what we need it for, because I'll add the... Oh, you know what I could do? Probably? Yeah. I'll just steal or borrow, whatever you want to call it, from, what's his name? Rackies. DVD. Don't need all this video, I already liked it. Where is your, I guess there's a finished project. Go to the controller. No one. Oh, probably because it was like a student project. Because it was like, why did you export it like this? to be like, left is this and right is this. It's so, you know, elementary compared to my sophisticated code here, which is just axis, which is just getting a max. Well, exact right there, says it right there. So a positive and negative value. That's what we got here. But do I have to specify? Maybe that's it. Axis. Oh, wait, no. Let me. Positive and negative. So you don't need to. It specifies that it's positive or negative, but it doesn't like, specify the axis. Right? Get axis input. Positive and negative. Shorthand of writing. Positive action, negative action. Yeah. But it doesn't specify. It's on the y-axis or the or y-axis or z-axis or whatever axis specified. So let me make sure that I specify that in the code, and then we'll go back to seeing what we can learn / take from Bracky. So oh shoot. I'm thirsty, but I don't get up and stop now. I have such a short period of time on stream, and I just am like, no, keep working. Okay. So I used to get my access, get access to rotate. Yeah, I saw somebody, I don't remember who, use get access as just a here's left and here's right and here's up and here's down, done. And I was like, oh, that's so smart, because then you don't even then direction, or I should actually specify that this is horizontal direction. Not yeah, I thought that was really cool. That it just felt Pythonic, if you will, to this as clean code as possible. Here is left and right movement, or here is up and down in one variable. So yeah, I feel cool. All right, so we define left and right, positive and negative, and we set the velocity x to equal. Okay, so I do specify. The velocity that belongs to the character body, x. Do I need to say global? Maybe that's the issue. Global. No, I don't have to say global. Velocity dot x. Fine. Yeah. Is equal to the horizon, or horizon. Like we were just talking about jolt. Horizontal direction, negative or positive, times speed 10. Times delta. Maybe there was a reason I commented out delta. I don't think that that's going to make a huge difference, because delta is just for frame rate, but okay, let me make sure it's actually hearing this input yet again. Oh, I didn't. The whole thing was commented. Okay, still same problem. All right. Oh, because it's not a global variable. If you don't get this sorted by the time I finish Asteroid, I'll go learn 3D enough where I can at least suggest something. You just broke your code. Yeah. 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 Good fun. Oh. Huh? Do I have the sequence? I guess we should put this here. We should check it. Process function. Yeah, but I should still be able to access it, no? Even if I moved it outside of it, it should still be able to access it. Maybe I'm wrong in that? Maybe I'm wrong. No input. Alright, well, then fine. That's not how it works. Cool. Let's put it back. Let's put it back then. Take you out. You know, I didn't need to create a whole function for it, honestly. I could have just done a simple if. I was making it harder than it needed to be. As per usual, you can put the variable outside of the process, but you still need to need the equal input part inside of the. Okay, gotcha. So either way, then I would essentially have to restate the same thing again. So there's no point. And then here's H movement, and if H movement, if we have horizontal direction, name of this underscore input, if we have that input, then what we should do is have the velocity dot x value, set that plus equal to the speed times the horizontal direction. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so I moved. The ball moved. So ball staying still. I go right, nothing. I go left. Why'd the ball move before that? That's weird. Good job, a little thing. That is. Thank you. At least At least I feel like I'm not going crazy. I'm happy to have a more experienced programmer here at all times, because sometimes I'm like, what? Because what are we doing? We say, we don't need to check the ground anymore. I guess I'll keep the ready function, but we don't need this anymore. Come on now. We're saying here is horizontal movement. Here is how it's defined. And if we receive horizontal movement, then here. I'm gonna comment this line out. And good old basic debugging. I hear movement. So this code is running. I don't understand. Maybe I shouldn't reference the velocity? Changing the global position is the equivalent of me like picking it up at each location rather than using the physics engine to actually generate, change over time, velocity. So I'm not sure. Well, I have no experience at all this, so yeah. Again, maybe we'll play Asteroids a little earlier in Noel's game if I'm not able to solve this, let's say, by 10 o'clock. But I really, again, I wanted to take on a 3D game because it would be my second 3D game, my first 3D game that's actually fleshed out in this engine. So I really wanted to take the opportunity to learn it. And I it has been a bit of a pain in the butt, but that's likely also on me, right? Can't blame the engine. You know, what is the quotation? A poor handyman blames his tools, something like that. So maybe I should review over the Bracky's tutorial and see what I'm missing in 3D. Maybe there's some basic input, direction, get vector. Oh, because he uses left, right, up, down. Okay, yeah. He uses the same thing. Input direction. Okay, so how do you change the velocity? Do you use velocity? Excuse me. The error I have in my game are like scratches on a car compared to you having dents for errors. Well, I'm happy to make you feel better a little bit about your game. And I can't wait to see version 4 and play it out. Very excited, very happy, because I know, well, maybe it wasn't last week, but it was, I think, the week before, you were feeling like a little unmotivated to work on it or something like that. It was something was going on with your life where you weren't like fully working on it. So to get more progress on it is awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see your game. A username that's good. Matter of fact, let me just import both of your projects now so I don't forget, because I know it's going to take some time. So let me just do that real quick. Being an ass. Why is this being an ass? Discord. Okay, it said I downloaded it, but yeah. Turn off music temporarily. Come on. I meant to import it to see the behind the scenes, but here we are. This is a username that's good. Game. I like the style. We talked about it before with some other game that you had liked. But yeah, I like the style of it. Oh shit, I died? You through the door? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah. That's a pretty, it's like classic Doom. As far as the animation and everything goes, yeah, I love it. But there's another guy behind this door somewhere. Oh, there isn't. Put me up. Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. They got me behind. Alright, alright. Good sound effect, too. I think you got a good gun sound effect. A good, yeah, that one killed you too. Yeah. Spend a few minutes to make sure my game can pause and over with the controller. Gotcha. Move him to a different space. I think the lighting is good too. You did a pretty good job with the lighting. I just have to charge in here because behind me. Somebody had killed me before from behind. Oh, damn it. Okay. With the way you instantly die, I feel like it's primed for speedrunning. Again, this is a username that's Goods Game, who is in the chat. They're a super young developer and pretty. Oof. Oh my god! Somebody's behind. Oh no. Ah! Which? I'm so paranoid now. I don't even know. Oh god. Okay. I think that's everybody. Yeah, the lighting is really good. I'm not so sure about the shader, but maybe if you add, maybe again you're in the beginning iteration, so I'm sure, you know, you'll figure it out. But I'm not a super huge fan of the shader, but I love the style. Again, super great sound effect that you found, great assets. Oh, this is a dead end. This would have fucked me up with all these guys. A health bar or something. Maybe, yeah. Again, but it could be primed for speed running, depending on how you structure the level. I think I went through everybody. But it's fun and looks good. So that's awesome. Here's your name, that's good. You know, you guys in the chat, please. Oh god. You know, check out their game. Download it so he can they can see the numbers go up, and yeah. Super young dev, pretty good beginner project. Sure. Lighting is great. The assets you chose for this is great. This is just really solid ground for a good game. HP bar and maybe some range enemies. Yeah, I'm sure range enemies would also be great. And I understand why you don't have an HP bar in the beginning, because you're just basic testing. But yeah. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. I think you did a really good job, man. It should be definitely something you're proud of. For context, a username that's good is still in high school. So this is great. Classic Doom, Doom Wolfenstein type shooter. Okay, cool. That was awesome. That was awesome. Be sure to check their game out. It is in chat. I'm gonna try to pin it right now. GitHub. Oh damn. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Pin it. Pin that for the next. Stream. Cool. Okay, yeah. Guys, do check that game out. Super young developer. Deserves the support. Trying to add 2D cutscene at the beginning of the game, but it's beginning to be a bit complicated right now. One of the times it just deletes itself. Oh, sorry, I'm reading this out of order. I only had to remake it 3 times. Sounds about right. Yeah, it's solid. It is solid though, yeah. I'm just stealing ideas from 46 years ago. One of the times it just deleted itself. Yeah, that's, again, well, A, the importance of version control, right? And B, it's one of those things within game development that I just, not many game devs talk about, but like, shit just goes wrong. And it sucks and it's frustrating, but sometimes shit just goes wrong. Which is why, again, you need version control. But yeah, it's a solid start, man. Not like end null here. Kidding, 100%. Yeah, and you adding story to it is such a good fundamental, right? Like, I mean, just that was fun. So you working on it more and adding. What the fuck? I was like hearing myself again. Yeah, you adding more to it will be awesome. Really exciting. I know another game dev who, before setting up a version control, lost months of work because of a bug in Godot at the time, corrupted his whole project because of a font. Yeah, again, that sucks, and that sounds horrible to have to deal with. It just happens sometimes. Again, one of my favorite games, Knock-A-Block, was crashing people's computers because it worked in one version of Godot and then stopped working. So, you know, sucked. And maybe crashing people's computer is a bit of hyperbole. It was crashing people's browsers, right? It would crash the browser. I don't know exactly what, but in one version it worked. They updated and it stopped working. It happens. I've caught myself. I have caught myself just opening it and playing it for 20 minutes. See, that's great. That's great. That I'll always hit a point in the project like that where I'm just like, even with this stupid physics simulation or ragdoll simulation, you know, there's been times in the stream where I didn't make much progress, but I just loved seeing the ragdoll thing, and I think that's important as a developer to really enjoy the things you're working on and follow that joy. So, you know, you're on the right path for sure. Yeah, for a bit, Godot had an issue where if you had a bad font file, it corrupted your project folder as a whole. And sorry. Let me make sure I downloaded in Noel's game as well. Yeah, man, I mean, I love it, right? As I'm learning about cybersecurity, obviously, like, I learned something and then I try to fortify my systems even better and better and better. But now, it's getting to the point where I tried to download in Noel's game and it just wouldn't let me. It was like, nope, you can't. And I was like, no, it's fine. And it's like, yeah, no, you can't. It's like, okay, I don't think. And Noel sent me malware, but it's like, no, I'm not letting you download it. Let me try again. Just literally was like, no. It literally won't let me. Maybe put it on, because I was able to download, I'm sure I could, like, reconfigure the security settings, but I don't want to do that right now on stream. Maybe if you're able to eventually, I don't know, put it on itch.io as well, because I was able to get a username that's good game downloaded with no real issue other than the first security message. But yours, it just will not let me. It's like, no, we do not trust the source. We will not allow you to do it. If you want to change it, you have to access admin. And again, I just don't want to do all that right now. I sent it to you. Sent you the code so you could, if you wanted to, look it over before opening it. I just zipped it. And I'm not sure how many files. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't know what exactly. Again, I'm just learning cybersecurity stuff. So as I learn, I'm like, oh, like TMP, is that enabled? Do I have something that checks for memory injection? Or like, well, these are the things that, so I went through the BIOS, the basic input and output system for the computer, and then just went through all the security settings to make sure everything was properly configured. Because of that, again, I've just made it where like certain things it just won't let me do, unless I want to go back into the BIOS and redo that basic input output system. It's the black screen, like once you boot up your computer, you press escape or F12 and then you're able to access it. But and in there's a bunch of different security settings I recommend that people check out. As you learn more about cybersecurity, you start to become a paranoid person. I think that's the zero trust architecture invading your brain. But yeah, it will not let me do it. Long story short. Noodles. Noodles. Hear all the sexy nerd stuff, yeah, for sure. Nothing sexier than basic input and output systems and making sure that your system is properly configured to prevent from memory injection. Ooh, baby, nothing's gonna run before your basic securities check. Alright, I'm done. Alright, I'm done. Flip it. I wish I could automatically, like, hand gesture. Ooh, that could be a fun project. Alright, I'm getting out of here. Getting out of hand. How's it going, Noodles? How are ya? Noodles got back into streaming, so check them out. They're a more successful streamer than me, but you know, check them out. They're back at it, and I'm so happy about that. Although they didn't tell me when they were back at it, they just did it without telling me, like heathens. Okay, you can hear the movement, which means that input is working. So why is the velocity? Hold on. Maybe. And the ball's moving. So maybe what we're moving. Where is it? I need to turn on. I'm good, tired. It was leg day. I didn't want it to be leg day for me, but I did legs because people were taking up machines, so I couldn't. So I can relate. I know tomorrow I'm gonna be hurting for it. I was testing. I'm good. As some of you guys know, I took the Security Plus test today, and I failed. But I did the math of it, and I figured out I failed by 1 to 2 questions, which means it was a fluke. Like I just was sloppy. Of course, you can pass by way more, but I think the maximum score is honestly a 790, and I got a 738, and I needed a 750. I did the math of it, and it's approximately 1 to 3 questions I needed to get right. And then I did the math of that, and it was about, so technically I need to learn 1.7% more than I currently know. So I have it scheduled for 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna retake the test. No big deal. An opportunity to get better at it. Literally, as I failed and I felt bad about it for a second, I told myself, because I've been reading, as I talked about before, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, as well as Marcus Aurelius, I was like, no, I refuse for this to have a negative meaning. This is going to be good. I'm going to go on LinkedIn and other platforms and talk about why I failed, what I could have done better, and blah, 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 and then share that so that way other people, because everyone's like, oh, I passed it in a month, I passed it in 3 weeks. Like, I don't think many people talk about failure. So I think that I'm seeing that as a good thing. I can retake it, and I will retake it in 2 weeks. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I hope leg day was good. I know you're gonna have this amazing physical transformation with you doing. Noodles is doing wrestling workouts, guys. So that's crazy cool. I do workouts centered around like anime characters, but she's doing them around actual wrestlers. So that's really cool. So what I need. And Noodles and I have a similar job. We both do QA and testing. So very cool, very cool. Coincidentally, when Noodles and I met, we did not know that about each other. So that's very cool. Winky dink. Was unpacking 9 new server hosts. My back hurts. Yeah. Damn, dude. But very cool that you're able to, you know, actually do the technical parts of that. I used to be more integrated into the development work of one of the applications we're developing, but then they took away the primary developer for that, so I stopped coding, and then I've just been doing automation testing, which is boring because largely you establish certain parameters of an automation test, you run through it, confirm that it's accurate, and then it's done. So it's like it gets really boring. But you're actually doing the physical work of connecting and like the physicality of the technical work is a cool angle. My workout was one long set of sitting down. I love that a username that's good is like, and that's it. that's about my workout. Nice. Yeah. Noodles is also working on a super cool cosplay. I'm just gonna brag about Noodles for like 10 hours. But Noodles is a super cool person. Again, check them out on Twitch. And yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome. And they make cool shit, and I can't wait to see their cool cosplay. We've talked about it before, but I need to establish, I mean, in 5 months, so I really need to get at it. But once I pass the Security Plus, I'm gonna segment some time to work on my Usopp cosplay for Dragon Con, which I'll meet and Noel. Sorry, I was mixing up usernames. I'll meet N Noel and his lovely wife at Dragon Con 2025. Not in Vegas. It's in Georgia, Atlanta. Stop! No, you're awesome, dude. You're awesome. Such a cool person. So glad I met you. Also, for context, Noodles and I used to live near each other, but now I live 9 hours away. So. Going to do that. Yeah, good call. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I know. I literally said good call, but I didn't request time off. So I'll. Do I have a pen? Of course, I don't have a pen right now. All right. Hopefully, I remember later. All right. So where are we with this? Oh, right. I wanted to figure out movement, and I'm not able to move for some reason. And if we establish. Here we change the velocity. If I do something, oh wait, but we saw when we run the program and we press left, we do see it move. So it's as if the collision, that's what I wanted to check. Is that the collision, how do I check, how do I make that, I know it's a gizmo somewhere. View, gizmo, collision shape 3D. Open eyes, gizmo, visible. 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 Visible, right? Physical bone 3D. Collision. Let's make well. I want to see it. Oh damn! But it needed to be visible at runtime. That's the thing. Oh, it is. View Gizmo. What the hell? Oh no, this is just a second thing. How do I make sure it's visible at runtime? It's hard for me to debug exactly what's going on here. It is moving it. It is moving it. Why does that make sense? Because I'm clever, I would say that what I'm moving is not necessarily visible, but it's causing physics to happen. Meaning physics only happens on the collision shapes, meaning I'm moving the collision shape. Logical conclusion I can think of. If I'm moving the collision shape, why? Is velocity tied to the collision shape? No, it should be tied to the character body. No, because that would... If I do it in the way that I absolutely shouldn't do it. Right? Let's start there. If I do it in the way that I absolutely shouldn't do it. Then that doesn't work, but it is registering a movement input. With sea urchins of blue boxes and inline. Oh, that is sea urchins. That is the all of the points of collision from the body here. Like each body part has a little collision shape. Like this is a small little capsule, and I don't know why it points out. Maybe to like just make it easier to edit and click, and so that way you don't have to click, because it would be hard to click inside versus this way. I guess it won't even let you. It won't let you zoom inside of the object. So yeah, this is just a way of clicking those specific bone parts. Bones. Oh, nothing. Weird. Oh wait, no, that's not weird. Because I literally said, let me do it in the way that I shouldn't do it. This should be essentially the same thing, but... Occam's razor. What is the simplest explanation? Simplest explanation is that I don't know what I'm doing and I should refer to the documentation. I'm not going to refer to documentation. I refuse. Because documentation is not very good, in my opinion. But I'm being stubborn. Let me check out the documentation. Not smart enough to be. That's Godot 4.2. That's probably not going to even work. 4.2. Again, I don't think that's going to work. Oh, right. I had Bracky's project pulled up for this exact reason. I completely forgot about it. Oh my god, again, I gotta get the fact that the first page. Oh, Noodles, you'll love this. The front page of Itch.io, which I'll put in the chat, is full of risque, sexy ass games. like the inner kid in me that played Newground games, it was like, ooh, but I was like, no, trying to take a break from that type of stuff. But if you check the front page of the itch.io page in the popular section, nothing but naughty. Not nothing but naughty, but primarily naughty. Just sexy, sexy. Oh, this Wednesday. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just got, speaking of checking on messages that I never check, I got a message from the local anime group that I'm in, and they're like, hey, we're meeting on Wednesday, so no. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Where's Bracky's code? Yeah, you can kind of see it here. Where's Bracky's code? Where's Bracky's code? I've sworn. Is it here? Oh, this is sexy games. Oh, it's right here. Oh wow, you're funny. Yeah, check. Yeah, naughty games, naughty cool games. I can see you voice acting a naughty game, like a dom of some kind. There, I put in my smart. But I've already got 86 hours of PTO for the. Oh my god, 86! Lucky ducky, man. I'm paid at a higher rate because I'm considered a freelance consultant. But the flip side of that is I get no, I'm essentially an entrepreneur, so I don't get any benefits. Just a hired gun, as far as they're concerned. $200, wow. I'm surprised you don't take more time off. Well, I guess you have all of Dragon Con, but still, I'm surprised you don't take another trip or another con with your wife. That sounds like you have so much time. Enjoy life. Maybe I could remake some models and turn them into a PS1. Oh, I like that idea. That's really cool style, but it might be a bit difficult. It might be, but don't let difficulty get in the way of cool. It's a cool game. It's a cool idea, and I'm sure if you told yourself prior to you establishing version 4 of this game that it would crash and you have to redo it a couple times, you'd be like, no, I don't want to do that. That's so difficult for so little payoff. But I had a good time just playing version 4 of your game. So it may be difficult, but it may also be worth it. Again, you're also young, right? You have time for it to be difficult. Not to say that I'm old, but like I'm not as young as you. So take that opportunity. Or don't, who gives a fuck what I think? I mean that honestly and truly. Where's velocity? How are you using velocity? Velocity, apply gravity. Let me do it like this. Jump velocity, I'm concerned about. Oh, that's just gravity. That's just gravity. Gravity. Okay. That's determining direction. The velocity is equal to move toward velocity to x. Why move toward? That's interesting. There's so many differences with 3D versus 2D. Like it's like a whole new game, So different. So let's check out move toward. I've always used move slide in every project. Even my last 3D game, I used move and slide. But now it's saying we should use move toward. Get out of here. Come on now. How do you use it exactly? Move toward the velocity X and move speed. So set this to 0, and because that's the Z-axis, and then move speed, which is just speed for us. Oh, whoops! I put it in the wrong location. Whoops. Control C. Move over here. Movement, but no, can't see the movement. Weird. I think before I'm going to finish the story and gameplay, and then the visuals. Yeah, well, it makes sense, 100%. The game loop thus far is fun, but yeah, I mean, building on that and making it fun first and foremost. That makes sense. Again, it's, you know, is the game fun, and then does the game look good as far as order of priority? I believe. Actually, more successful now. I think next I'll make one of those sexy adult games. I'll use images of myself. Should turn everyone away from adult games forever. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh. Oh man, I'd love to make a ironic sexy game. Like there's this comedian who did let's see if I can pull him up. Stavros. There's this comedian who did like a ironic sexy calendar, and I'd love to do I'd love to do something like this. I think it would be so fucking funny. Oh God, it's so funny. It's so funny. Dude. I love it. I mean, I'm sure there are some people that are into it. Like, yeah, what is it, bears or whatever this, you know, typical body type is called. But yeah, so funny. So yeah, and no, this is, you can do a sexy calendar game or something like that. Put yourself in there. This is you. Okay, all right. Where? Okay, so he used move toward and that worked. But is there another thing that he used? Else? Well, that's just normal. Oh! Use velocity to actually move is move and slide. So what the fuck is move toward used for? What's the point of move toward? Alright, whatever. And this is in the physics function? Yep, in the physics function. Physics function, okay. Oh, I do have move and slide. So what am I, what is, oh, I'm literally doing the same thing. if there is input, if there's input, then modify the velocity. Oh, he has equal to. I have plus equal. Equal to. Oh. Velocity x is equal to the movement direction times. Yeah. Velocity dot x is equal to the direction times the speed. Okay, and I see that fucking ball moving, but like not the character. That ball's also clipping through a bunch of stuff, but I'm not worried about that right now. I think move toward could actually point and click, but I could be wrong. That feels more right, but he had it as a... What you're saying feels more right, and what I should have done first and foremost, rather than copying the code, is saw how the engine treats move toward. That should have been the first thing I did. So let me do that now. Move from 2 by a delta amount will not go past 2. Yeah, this feels like point and click because it essentially you would be move from would be the current location to, and then this would be a variable of where you clicked on the screen, and then it would move by a rate of delta. So I don't know why. I don't know why he has move toward. This feels like more like a point and click thing. I agree with you. Move and slot. I don't know what is different about my code. I'm doing the same fucking thing. Like, and that's also frustrating because I was like, oh, I'll just copy his thing since it's working. But I tried to copy your thing and it's already what I was doing. What the fuck? Like... I know I was mildly worried about having a clone of asteroids in Itch.io public, but I did a search and there's 2,716 asteroid projects on Itch. I don't think Atari is going to sue me over. Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, I remember there's I don't remember what the law is exactly, but there was, I can actually show it. Okay, it was like, there isn't Super Mario Assassin. However, there is a game titled Super Mario Assassin. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Why are you being an ass about it? Sometimes, Brave. Sometimes you're an ass. As far as the search engine. Where is it? Oh, Plumber Creed. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what the law is exactly, but if you modify it or make it yours in any way, you can basically do whatever you want. And I think this is a pretty clear example of that. Right? Oh shit. This game, I remember, came out when I was obsessed with Assassin's Creed. And I was like, what? You could do this? And I was like, Nintendo's definitely gonna sue you. There's no way they're gonna let this slide. I was like, no, yeah, they're fine. They don't really care. They don't really care about small fries like us. Especially, you know, not making money on it. It's a fun game. Anyway. Yeah, but Plumber Creed again, it's really honestly Super Mario with a Assassin's Creed um, style put over it. But you know, Ubisoft and Nintendo never went after the developer. That's fine as long as it's partly they don't care. Don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really like you put your style on it. Fuck it. Maybe if you're like if you're egregious like Power Worlds was with their how blatantly they stole everything from Pokemon, you'll get Nintendo riled up. But I mean, Power Worlds is still a very successful game, regardless of how much they clearly stole from Nintendo. No hating on the game. I mean, Nintendo has not done enough with the Pokemon formula in 20 plus years. They've barely done anything on the formula. So kudos to the Power World developer for actually fucking doing something interesting with the Pokemon formula. Yeah, not really my style. I mean, I've been looking at the assembly source code to try to get the movement right. Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, and you know, not advocating stealing or pirating, I guess. But yeah, it is to say that there's more creative freedom than we think. And again, Plumber Creed is a great game. I really do have fun with it. They did a great job with it, and really simple and fun. Anyway, what is going on that's different here? I'm running it in the physics function, the same as they are. Oops, I think I already went past it. Can move. How do we define can move? Full variable, obviously. If can move, then you take in these variables. We're not factoring in for move, the ability to not move, so we're not concerned about that. Here's that, and here's the input. That's the direction, but we don't care about the direction right now. If there is movement, and movement defined by, oh wait, if there is movement, transform that basis vector 3. What is this? Transform, okay, I have to write this out because I don't understand. So they have I'm probably gonna delete this code. I just need to, again, understand what he's writing. He's accounting for movement direction. He's saying, setting that to the transform dot basis, which I've never heard of. And the transform basis, setting that to transform basis. Times vector 3, and the vector 3 x value is the directional input. Dot x, and the y is 0, obviously, and then wait. And then the z axis. This is a vector 3, which takes an x, y, and z. Vector 3, x, the first variable, y is the second variable, z is the last variable. Why does he have y? So confused by code. I'm just gonna have that set to 0 for a time being. I don't know. And then you're normalized. Dot normalize. This is so peculiar. I think what it really is that I just need to take more time to learn about the fundamentals of 3D, because I don't understand what I'm doing so differently. I also don't understand transformation base. Oh, I spelled it wrong? Is it transform? What is it? Transform. What is basis? The basis is of this transform. It is okay. I don't use the name in the definition. That's classic definition rules. What the fuck? It is composed of 3 acts. Thank you. This sentence is useless. It is composed of 3 acts: X, Y, Z. Isn't that just a normal transform? Transform is an X or Y value. We're in 3D, so there's going to be a Z axis. Together they represent the transform, rotation, scale, and shear. Oh. Why the fuck are you... Okay, rotation makes sense. Okay, so he's using this in a different way. He's using it to change the camera. We're not doing that. So that's why. That's why we wouldn't use it. That makes more sense. Okay. Putting stuff together. I got some story written now for the game, which I'm going to put very briefly. It's about a time paradox revolving around purgatory. Ooh, sounds good. Sounds good thus far. And again, this is going to be your first game release, a username that's good. So, you know, of course, take pride in your work. I'm sure the story's going to be good, but don't like... It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be good enough where, again, the gameplay thus far, you've played it for 20 minutes. It's fun. Endo has played it. I've played it. We all think it's fun. So it's really just about, you know, you getting in that story. And I'm sure as you refine it, talk about it with your brother, your culinary brother who likes to burn off tongues, and you know, work on it. I think you're going to have something really cool in your hands. Sure. I'm excited to see more, for sure. Thank you for putting it in the chat. Again, guys, do check out our username that's good game. A very ground level, but young, you know, teenage? Yeah, you're in high school. Developer, so show them some support. But we don't need this because we're not modifying scale or rotation. But I read the documentation and it doesn't, that's an assumption, right? Make sure you're right. Make sure you're right. Move and slide method, that's what I have. That's what I'm using. Move and slide, yep. There. I need to maybe move it up. And we see the ball move, but not the player itself. Is there... Why would that be? Why would that be? Oh, really? That's lame. Dude, that's so lame. Why? Damn it. That's a whole lot of work. Changing the song. Maybe because why do we have it like that? Why do we have it? Is it possible that we can just take this as is without the fuck it doesn't work right now anyway. Oh, that's not the answer then. Should inherit from this stuff. That. Right. This is okay, so it's weirdly segmented for some reason, so I think that's the problem. The problem is that how I exported it. The problem is how I export. So should I just re-export the project? What is Occam's razor? What is the simplest explanation? I guess the simplest explanation when this doesn't work and we already have code that does work, should work, would be to just restart. It's a little bit of a bummer, but it's better to start from clean ground and try to figure out why this broken thing is broken. So we have our code for the controller. Let me make sure that's here. And yes, it is perfectly organized. Good job, Jay. Alright, so let's get this. Oh, bye, Blue Man. You were perfect. Well, no, you weren't. You were actually garbage and did not work. But I loved you anyway. Get that out of here as well. Under assets? Where is it? Oh, under scenes. Okay. You should be in skeleton? We have code for the skeleton? Oh, why? And then this one. I guess we'll keep this one, but we will delete skeleton. Is this? This is the okay, yeah. Okay. Apartment or college dorm? Call it. Experiment again with like climbing through onto objects, being able to pull certain things down. I think there's also an animation already pre-compiled into this. Yep. You're able to play that animation. Oh, window opening and everything. And considering it's in multiple parts and it's likely, you know, per keyframe affecting each thing, we could probably break this down and have the player hit a switch that will start the fan. The open door, I think, is just going to be something for the player to watch out for. To be able to drag that, but it will use physics function to move the chair. And then the window could also be an event. Re-import is where we're at. So let me make sure I import it correctly. In order to do that, I have to go to the basics and make sure from a previous video I'm doing it right. Although I thought, you know, no, don't assume. Check. Not Gizmo, Mixamo, and then Godot 4. Don't assume, double check. Two years ago, 8 months ago, sounds.
What's up, guys? Today, let's take a look at how to take your character and animations from Blender to Godot. Let's go.
Oh, from Blender to Godot. What are you doing? Blender. This is Blender to Godot. Another great open source tool, but nah, that's not what we need. Maximo to Godot. Export it. Oh, wait.
What's up, guys? Right-click the file and choose New Inherited Scene. We can go ahead and now we can open up a new project. Once you're all done, go to File, Export, GLTF to export a file that Godot will recognize.
GLTF is, I don't think that's how I exported it before in Mixamo. I think I used F something. Just to avoid what we had before. And we're going with a toy. So is there actual toy in here? Toy? It's to me a toy. Okay. You're a person. I don't want to overthink it either, but I just want to. I'm wondering if, like, the fragmentation of these joints is maybe what caused some of it. I'm definitely gonna, when I export, I think, take out some of the extra skeleton parts I don't think I'll need. Maybe that'll help with that as well. Toy. I'm overthinking it. Let me just use it.
Recognize. Now,
animations, blah blah.
once you're all done, go to File, Export, GLTF to export a file that Godot will recognize. Now we can open up a new project in Godot and drag in the GLB file that we just exported from Blender.
GLT or GLBF? What?
Once you're all done, go to File, Export, GLTF.
GLTF. And then we're gonna stick with a basic T-pose for the time being. I don't know what's happening. GLTF is not an option. So let me see. File title. GLTF. GLTF. To export the animations in GLTF format. You can export the models and animations as a GLB file can be imported into. Is Godot. GLTF 2.0 is recommended. GLTF 2. Well, fuck me. That's also part of what was wrong. This is why you read documentation. At least GLTF 2.0. Oh wait, is this the updated version? Yeah, 4.4. Okay. GLTF 2.0 is recommended. Godot supports GLTF and binary GLB, but I don't think either is an option. Nope. So maybe I can't use Mixamo as an import. GLB. Okay, well that's cool to learn. I'm happy to at least learn that. Now we know why our man was, spaghettiing through the floor a little bit, because it was essentially an incompatible file with Godot. FBX. FBX. Okay, so you do mention it. Importing FBX file. By default, any XBX files added to Godot in Project 4.3 and later will be used by UBX import method. Any file that you keep FBX files within your project folder but don't want them imported by Godot. But why wouldn't you want it? It does suck, because Mixamo was my go-to for importing, and another great part of Mixamo is that it does the rigging for you, so you can you don't have to worry about how to set up a skeleton to. You don't have to worry about how to set up a skeleton because it'll do it for you. So that's a really cool part of Godot, or sorry, of Mixamo. But I guess since it hit, what did it say? 4.3. I think it said since it hit 4.3, it's no longer a compatible file. I think you can just import a Mixamo into Blender. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, duh. You're right. Yeah, and then use Blender as essentially a proxy. I don't have Blender downloaded here? It literally is purple. I don't have Blender downloaded? No? No, that's so weird. That's so weird. I could have sworn. Get out of here. What? Oh, you know what? I should do it through Steam, because then it'll automatically. I'll need to Steam. Wingit? I've never even heard of Wingit. I think you can just okay here. Wingit. Let me check out Wingit. Spell it right? Command line installer for Windows. I don't know if that would apply for this file format thing, but maybe I'm wrong here. Yeah, it's not supported, unfortunately. Oh, Wingit to install Blender. Gotcha. My bad. I completely misunderstood you like 3 times in that. I just wanted, I mean, that way works too, to just update it via the command line, which I should get more user experience, or more experience with, but I was just like, oh, you know, Steam will take care of it, so that way anytime I run it and then it doesn't work. Can I do the same for Godot, actually, now I'm thinking about it? Oh, I can't. I should have done that. Because then I don't have to worry about the latest version, it'll just do it. Oh, Microsoft manages it? Oh, well, fuck me. Well, I guess not fuck me. Good me? So we'll go to Mixamo, to Blender, and then we'll export to Blender for the file format that is compatible with Godot. I still have my Godot 4.3 because I'm lazy. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you started building the game in that. Wingit can install Godot as well. Okay. Well, again, I'll have to. Yeah, maybe I'll use it for Godot. I'll keep this in mind for Godot, because then if it can manage it as well and just do all the updates and everything, great. Because that's something I'm now noticing as an annoyance with Godot as far as upkeep. But if it can just do it, then great. Where was I? I was working on something. Oh, right. So just as a download, FBX here. In my downloads folder. FBX. From my downloads folder. There we go. What? Oh. Get out of here, box. You're ruining everything. No. I don't remember the commands for Blender. There we go. Am I upside down or it's right side up? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, it didn't take the skin of it? The material? Why did it take the material? Is that not included in the folder? Why would it be? Oh, I should have clicked that. That's fine. Oh. Seems like nobody supports this file type anymore. Blender. I said Blender like 2 times. Okay, bitch. Alright, this is annoying. Oh, nice! And they'll put the game in the chat. You know, it's near 11. Let's see Endol's progress, since we're stuck on. Well, the biggest lesson is we figured out why during the beginning of the stream, why our model was doing the spaghetti boy through the ground is because it was an incompatible file, which is weird because everything else worked, but except for, I guess, registering the collision. But that's neither here nor there. On the web version, gotcha. Maybe that's because of the compression, but. Let me cut off that music. Let me open up Twitch chat. Where is it? Okay. That's a Godot logo. Follow and null. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, maybe that audio bus thing that we talked about before, where different, like how audio is managed is different. Oh god, shit, I forgot. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, no, no. Shit. That's not me. All these little boys now. Get out of here. Shit, shit, shit. Okay, now a bunch of more are gonna load in. Okay. Shit! Damn! Oh, okay. Fucking Tokyo Drifter over here. Shit, I know some are gonna hit me because they're gonna be right there. Yeah. Shit. Shit, shit, shit! Damn it. Alright, well. Yeah, different ammo or something would be cool. Just because it could be a little frustrating. Obviously, you're sticking to the classic formula, which... Oh, God! Okay. Just because it could be a little frustrating because it's so tiny with the shooting. Maybe that's a skill issue. Shit. Damn it. What? Where am I? Where am I? I somehow found the bug. Maybe it was because when it was time to spawn, there were asteroids at the spawn point. Yeah, but I mean everything's floating, but I am not spawned back in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so maybe you just need to be cleared for a little bit. It's waiting for center to be clear. Yeah, yeah, literally. Come on. Come on. Ugh, the minutia of it. So annoying. Again, it very well could be a skill issue. God. I actually think it works well that the gray of the game blends with the gray of the browser page for this. Shit. I wish there was also like a more fanfare when you went from level to level. Like, so it felt like an accomplishment. So mad about the Mixamo files being incompatible. I mean, I'm happy that we found out what the issue was, ultimately. But that was a whole thing. But also, again, a username that's good had a great idea of using, essentially, Blender as a proxy to convert these files. So hopefully that works as well. Shit, shit, shit. Shit. Damn. It'd be cool to get like some. I don't know if it is actually, but like when you're able to do it like consecutively like that to get some type of bonus or feedback from that would be cool. I'm gonna get into a safe spot so I can read. Okay. He got the extra and lost it. Breaking 10K, get an extra life. Oh yeah, I did lose it. Yeah. My bad. Escape will pause the game. Oh, let me check the escape. Shit. Of course. Cool. I just love that it like pause and then stops right there. Pause, stops right there. Pause, stops right there. Pause. Pause. Alright. Very cool. I love the retro font. The I forgot what that's called, but the buttons here. What does quit do? Quit is not for the web browser. In the web browser, it crashes. It doesn't crash it. Obviously, the web application stopped, but that's the whole page of this. So now there's nothing. I mean, obviously, you just refresh the page and it's right there, back there. But yeah, awesome start and all. And I can't wait to see more. Again, your progress rate is really impressive, especially after what, like 2-3 days of me fumbling around with the ragdoll mechanic and then finding out, oh, it's because now this file format that I've been using for years is incompatible with Godot. Quit breaks it. Desktop, exactly. On desktop, it would work. On the web browser, it's just quitting the singular application on the web browser. So it looks like it crashed, but it just took the only thing that is functioning on this site and then closes it. So it's not like an actual crash. Pause and game over UI today. And pausing. Yeah, I mean, it's 3 mechanics. The pausing seems sophisticated because it's not just get tree change scene. It is more sophisticated than that of like, I don't know exactly what it would be to literally take the current processing and put it on pause. I don't know what that looked like as far as code. So that's really interesting. But I think it's really cool to, as an overlay, have the pause and then just resume functions right after. So that's cool. If your system would let, yeah, my system won't, unfortunately. I wish my system would let me see what exactly is going on with the code, but my system is adamant that it's like, no, this is malware. And I'm like, it's not. I know it's not malware. And then literally it will even prompt me and say if I can show it. I can show it because I show too much of my stuff, fortunately. So much of my stuff. It's a zip file. Yeah, it's not. I'll try again, but I don't know. Last time I tried, it was being an ass about DMs and no zip file. Download. It's potentially dangerous. Continue to download. Blocked. block this as it may contain malicious activities. We recommend you do not continue. Continue this admin for. Could I just do this? Could I do this? Ah. I don't know. Yeah. Like this was a file, and when I downloaded it, I forgot what exactly the error message. See if I can remember. Insecure download blocked. Yeah, so my system just automatically is like no, and I guess changes the format even in which it is downloaded. Which again, I love the security steps, but it's overkill in this aspect. Yeah, literally. Windows Media too. Like what the hell? We just don't let users install things. Yeah, for it to change to Windows Media. Again, I know I also, as I'm going through the Security Plus and, just learning about hacking through Hack the Box. Those of you that aren't familiar, I'll just show that really quick. This is where I learned hacking stuff. So I'm going through that and certain modules, Nmap, scanning, things like that. And I finished my first capture the flag in one of these sections, which was fun. But I don't remember why I opened up Hack the Box. Oh, essentially, through my learning, I'm making sure my home system and my home Wi-Fi and all that stuff is more secure. But now I guess it's so secure that it literally converts the file type from a zip file to a Windows Media Player file. And when I download it, it literally says insecure download blocked. So like it literally won't even let me do it. Yeah. I don't know what security setting I put, because again, I've just been doing a bunch of them where I'm like, oh, I can make it more secure in this way. Oh, I can make it more secure in this way. Like with memory processing, which I think I resolved well. Recently did a update of my virtual machine or virtual machine via virtual box for my Kali Linux. But yeah, so I'm learning these things and I'm implementing them, but now for whatever reason it's not letting me do the zip file. Ugh, annoying. Annoying. But you take this, you take important security steps. It's just unfortunately taking it one step further than I would like. I'll have to figure out a way around it because overall, and Noel, I mean, you sharing your projects. I mean, the thing I liked to do on the stream was, you shared it with me, and then I was also able to edit the file while we were streaming, and that was fun and cool. And I'd love to do the same for a username that's good. I'd love to look at your files and be able to edit your project without actually affecting your project. Like that would be cool and fun. So I'll have to figure out a way around that for sure. There has to be a way. I know there's a way. I just have to figure it out. Being an ass. Let me see. You know what? Maybe I won't even. 11. We'll do is this. Oh yeah, I just don't know how to do that. Yeah. Again, nor do I. Nor do I. Well, I obviously did it, but I don't know how I went about doing it. Raid. But yeah, we'll go to the classic dev who is making that really cool. I guess it would call it a plugin, But I'm gonna end my stream. I'm gonna take time to learn about 3D. The next time I stream is not tomorrow, but on Thursday. And on Thursday, I will likely play Undertale. But you guys let me know. You know, reach out to me. Let me know what you guys want to see. I think I'm gonna play Undertale because again, that's so funny. And I would really love to look at the source code, but we'll see how it goes. Undertale, okay, fuck it. Well, that's what we're doing. Undertale. Again, it's fun and it's good. So on Thursday we're gonna do Undertale. Tomorrow I have off. I'm gonna meet up with an anime group, talk about anime and manga. So I won't see you guys tomorrow, but I will see you on Thursday for sure. Endnol, a username that's good. Noodles, if you're still here. As always, thank you guys so much for stopping by and tuning in. And thank you, a username that's good, for showing me your project. Again, you should be really proud of how much progress you've made. It shows creativity. It's cool. I love the style. And you can't fake style. Style is something innate. So I think you're doing a great job, and I can't wait to see more progress from you guys. But that's going to be the end of the stream, and I will see you guys on Thursday.